Pollard and Jamize Olawale here tonight. Thank you both for coming. Tony, of course, thank you, Stephen, for the iced tea. Tony, of course, is new to this particular venue, and so I was just explaining to him that when the Cowboys win on opening day and score 35 points and roll up the offense, then dozens of people come to sit in the sun because that's exactly what you would most want to do at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're really happy to see all of you. Thank you very much for coming out.
And it was very nice because Tony's more in the sun than Jamize is.
Yeah.
And he gave him his sunglasses.
That's a veteran move.
That's a teammate
Two
move
veteran
right
moves
there.
by Jamize Olawale right there.
Yeah.
We welcome those of you who are listening around the Dallas Cowboys radio network. And those little black boxes there, man, those are to stream this to DallasCowboys.com. So look into those little black boxes right in front of you and wave. There you go. There you go. Thumbs up from Jamize. We're happy to have all of you here. This is our regular Monday night stop throughout the football season. Every Monday night at 6, except for when it isn't, like when they play on Monday night or the week of Thanksgiving when we don't do a show. And Kevin Turner and Taylor Stern and I will be here every Monday night except for when one of us isn't, like next week. KT's got some business to do, and so that's next week. Right now we are delighted to have you all here. Thank all of you for coming. Those of you who are here with us and have questions for Tony and Jamize, want to get to know them a little bit better personally later in the show, Stephen will be passing amongst you with a microphone, and after he kind of gathers himself in the shade for a while before he wanders out in the sun. Stephen doesn't like to get out there until the sun goes down behind the main building over there, and then when it does, then Stephen will bring you the microphone, and you can ask your questions of Tony and Jamize. So a little bit about the game. Everybody enjoyed the game okay yesterday against the Giants? People were happy?
Let's hear it.
So the Cowboys players had their meetings and their walkthrough and their time in the open locker room, and so when Taylor and I were on our way into the locker room, she said to me, Taylor said, I wonder if Jamize would like to have that wheel route back. And so when I saw Jamize outside the locker room, I said, would you like to have the wheel route back? And Jamize said,
I said, yeah, that place is going to haunt me forever.
But it's the other thing that I think so interesting, and I presume the one reason that you say it's going to haunt you forever is that the fullback doesn't normally in the NFL get too many chances to run that far down the field and get one. But the way, and this is, I think people would be interested in hearing you talk about, the way we saw all summer that you were being used in the offense in practice in training camp, it looked different than a lot of fullbacks get used. So tell them what you said when I asked you if you think that Kellen Moore's offense is redefining the role of the fullback in the NFL.
I said, I'm not sure if it's, I don't know if he's redefining the role. I think it's just, it's a testimony to his creativity, and the fact that he has a bunch of weapons on the offensive side, and he puts everyone in positions to make plays, and so I'm just one of those pieces.
How different is that from last year, when that was your first year with the team?
It's a whole lot different. I feel like last year, my role was a little bit more limited. They had a couple plays for me, but we never really got to use them. So this year I feel like Kellen Moore has opened the playbook.
So you might have viewed that as this is going to haunt me for the rest of my life. I also am a UNT guy as well. I viewed it as my guy's going to get some more chances this season.
Yeah, he probably will too. Yeah.
Willing.
Do you envision yourself, or do you see yourself as a fullback, or you see yourself as kind of an everything back? Because you've got a history playing everywhere. I don't necessarily think of you as just a fullback.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, I look at myself as an athlete. Whatever is needed of me, blocking, running the ball, catching the ball. So, I'm not really one-dimensional.
I'll call it. He's going to catch a Bombski at least once this year. It's going to happen.
North Texas love from a North Texas alum. Now, Tony, one of the things that rookies are usually told every year is that you think you know what the NFL is like after the preseason, and you don't, because the speed of the game really picks up, and Jamize is over there nodding like, yep, that's exactly what happened. Did you experience that at all yesterday, or were you warned enough that it just felt like another football game?
I mean, I felt good, but like you could just tell like the intensity was up, and just everybody was on key and just ready to play, moving fast.
Now, the way the kickoffs are being handled in the NFL, a lot of times guys are just told, don't even touch it. Don't even touch it. If it goes in the end zone, don't even touch it. We're just going to take it to the 25-yard line. You're a runner. You're good at that. Have you tried to talk to Coach O'Quinn and say, just let me bring a couple out now? I mean, I might be able to do something with this.
I mean, they kind of give us a little freedom back there, like, so if you're like 3 yards deep, but if you're coming forward catching it, then more than likely they'll let you bring it out. But if I'm catching it like 3 or 4 yards deep and I'm going back, then just to bring it in or just to keep it in. So you kind of got a little freedom back there.
So everybody is talking about you at training camp and going, man, nothing's too big for him.
Yeah.
He is not acting like a rookie at training camp. My question is, what's going through your mind yesterday when you put on the pads and you're walking down the tunnel and
There's
things are really
90,000 people there.
what's actually happening? Because a guy like me is never going to get to experience that. So what exactly were you thinking when that's all happening?
Honestly, I was trying to zone everything out. I tried to keep the same mindset, that I had going into the preseason because, I approached the preseason like it was my regular season. So when I got to the regular season, it was just me doing it over. So that's what I tried to do with it.
And you debuted the new number 20.
Mm-hmm.
And you were just telling me right before the show he was wearing 36 in preseason and now 20. What was the reasoning behind that?
Coming in, I just wanted a lower number, and then they gave me 36, and I just wanted to work my way down to a lower number. And then when numbers opened up, I remember I ended up talking to Zeke, and it was like 3 different numbers. It was 20, 20, 28, and 26. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then we just thought 20 and 21 would look good coming out the backfield.
Now, why was a lower number important to you?
I just feel like it fits me. In college I was number 1, so
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
But then you were ready for Zeke to be back for week 1 then.
Yeah.
When everyone else was waiting on their seats, what's going to happen with Zeke? What did you think about all that last week?
I mean, I just took everything one day at a time, went in every day, worked hard, trying to be the best me I could be. And if it came to the situation where he didn't play, then, I would do the best job I could and get myself ready. But fortunately, he did, and we were able to come out with the win.
So we would all be drummed out of the Professional Question Askers Association if we didn't ask, when you heard what Jerry Jones said after the game in Honolulu, Zeke who, because of the game that you had, did you think, yeah, dang right, Zeke who? Or did you think, no, don't put that on me, Mr. Jones, please, don't do that?
I mean, I appreciate the compliment, but I didn't think like Zeke who, because, I mean, he's done an incredible body of work throughout his years of being here. So what he's done can't be replaced in that short amount of time. So I was just playing my part and just making the most of it.
So what's it like coming from Memphis and being thrown into this bunch with there's a lot of star power on this team, both sides of the ball. What's that like?
I mean, it's first few days, it's fun, just seeing the star player that you saw growing up, guys that were stars in college and stars in the NFL and being on the field with them. But once you get to working, you just, you kind of go into a whole different mindset to where it's just your teammates. So.
Who were some of those players that you were watching growing up?
Like Amari Cooper, in college, guys like him, Randall Cobb when he was at Green Bay. Just a lot of the old vets, Tavon Austin.
Yeah, Tavon, West
Yeah.
Virginia. He was a speed guy.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys definitely have the special teams role there. So has Tavon kind of taken you under his wing there?
I mean, we were really cool, but, we're on 2. He does most of the punts, and, I do most of the kick returns. But he's done a good job, just when I'm back there at punt and practicing, just showing me, different techniques and how to make it easier and judge the ball and how to make everything easier for me.
I just want to know if when you met Amari, did you say, boy, I'm really happy to meet you. I've been watching you since I was a little kid, and it was really great watching you while I was growing up.
Nah, I kind of just admired it from afar, because
Well, Cobb, though, because Cobb was 2010 draft or right around there. So
Yeah.
you would have been 13 when that happened.
Well.
That's kind of wild. I'm only 10 years older than you,
And then,
but
Jamize, you played with Amari for how many years at Oakland?
I think 4 years.
4
at
years.
Oakland. Yeah, I was there when he got drafted, so I saw him as a rookie.
Yeah.
How's he different?
He's still quiet, still a hard worker. But, I mean, not much of a change. He came in, killing people from day one.
Was he as polished as he is now?
Yeah,
right from
definitely.
the get-go.
Definitely.
Were you excited when the Cowboys traded to get him?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, before we traded from that, they asked me what I thought of him.
Oh, they did.
Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome.
and I was like, go get him. Yeah, go get him. So they made the right choice.
They did.
We are going to take a break, and I know that we have to do that, and so I am going to wait till after that to. And I hate warning guys what we're going to talk about because spontaneous is so much better.
It is.
But I do want to hear Jamize talk about the culture of being an Oakland Raider and the culture of being a Dallas Cowboy, where, by the way, some people may forget he started out. He was in the Cowboys training camp as a rookie before he went to the Raiders, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And we're going to talk more about that. We're going to give you an opportunity tonight to get to know Tony Pollard and Jamize Olawale and talk about this Cowboys offense on the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, supported by Albertsons. And tonight we are brought to you in part by Omni. Next time you travel for an away game, here's how to make the most of it. Stay with Omni Hotels and Resorts. They have 60 premier locations coast to coast with things like world-class spas, championship golf, and great dining. Visit OmniHotels.com to learn more. Omni Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel of the Dallas Cowboys. And by Lucchese Bootmaker, now open at the Star in Frisco. Shop from a variety of world-class handmade cowboy boots, as well as all new signature apparel and accessories. Visit their brand new store today, right there, right across the street, and experience the tradition that is
Lucchese Bootmaker.
We'll be right back on the Cowboys Hour.
Back. To the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, supported by Albertsons, and broadcasting live from the Omni Frisco at the Star.
Welcome back. Brad Sham, Kevin Turner, Taylor Stern at the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour at, just like the man said, at the Star, at the Omni in Frisco. And we are here with our special guests, Cowboy running backs Tony Pollard and Jamize Olawale. And if you missed the beginning of our program, although many of you listening are hearing us on the tape delay, so technically everyone will have missed it. But you heard Taylor explain how Jamize selflessly gave his teammate his sunglasses, and then the cloud that was blocking the sun went away, and so Tony still has those sunglasses, but Jamize has sent for some glasses also, and so
Now they're looking swaggy.
that's a veteran move. That's exactly right. So before we went away, we were talking about the fact that while Tony is, of course, a rookie drafted in the 4th round by the Cowboys, Jamize Olawale from the University of North Texas, as Kevin Turner, another proud Mean Green alum, mentioned, came to the Cowboys in 2012, is that right?
Yeah.
As a rookie free agent, and made the practice squad, as I recall.
Yeah.
And then the Raiders took you off the practice squad, and you were there for 6 years?
6 years.
6 years. So you are 2 years at North Texas and a training camp and the practice squad here, and now you've been back for a year plus, and 6 years living in the black hole. Well, you don't really live in the black hole.
That's what they call the Raiders fans.
That's
yes.
because there's an area of the Oakland Coliseum that is literally called the black hole.
And it's scary. We were there.
Yeah.
2 years
So
ago.
what's the Raider culture like compared to the Cowboys culture for a player?
That's a good question.
Thank you. Good night, everybody. That's our show.
Yeah, it's night and day difference. It's night and day difference. I feel like Dallas is, I joke about it a lot, but I feel like Dallas is Hollywood. All eyes are on you. We have more primetime games. Everyone either loves the Cowboys or hates the Cowboys. So you get both. So you're always in the limelight. And so, yeah, that's the best way I can describe it.
What do you think about the whole Antonio Brown thing?
I really don't think anything about it.
You didn't think anything of it?
I'm focused on Dallas.
Oh, that's a good answer right there.
Tony, did you have the same impression of this Cowboys culture playing in college at Memphis?
You saying just like the spotlight and
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you have that impression that this was kind of like, or would it be? Did you think Cincinnati, Dallas doesn't really matter?
I mean, I knew Dallas because Dallas Cowboys is America's team, so they always gonna have the spotlight. So I kind of was expecting, kind of to be in the spotlight and everything to be a big deal that you do.
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask you, did you know you were going to be drafted by the Cowboys?
I mean, I didn't know. Like, I don't think anybody actually knows, like, where they're going to go on draft day. But I kind of had a good feeling that it would be the Cowboys.
Between them and what other team?
It was so many other different teams. I don't know. But I know the Cowboys were really high on me. So
I can tell you as a guy who is covering the draft, walking in the doors on day 3, the first name everyone kept saying is, hey, keep your eyes on Tony Pollard. If you didn't watch tape on Tony Pollard, you better hurry and find the tape that you can find, because there's a little interest here in Tony Pollard. Like, that was happening on day 3. How would you describe your game out of college, how you were used in college, and how that compares to how you're kind of being used now?
college, I feel like I was used more as an athlete. I mean, which I am. I consider myself to be an athlete, a guy that can line up in the backfield, run the ball in between the tackles, line up in the slot, run routes, make plays on special teams, be a kick returner. So it's kind of the same.
Yeah.
A little bit more running back action.
Now, go ahead.
Well, No, you go ahead.
I just got to.
One of you go ahead.
I just got to get back to the game a little bit because you brought it up, Brad. We have so many people here today, and this is so exciting that everyone came out here to the Omni in Frisco. And it's a lot to do with the offense, of having two offensive guys. What was your impression of Dak's performance yesterday?
I think he was great. I mean,
Yeah.
405 yards, I think that says everything.
And 405 yards does say everything. It was only the second time in his career.
I do want to go back, Jamize, if we could go back to the deep ball to you. Is that something that you knew was coming, or was that spur of the moment? Did you have a couple days to think about that? It's been the game plan, or?
Yeah, we've been practicing that play
All summer.
Yeah. pretty much all summer. So yeah, I was expecting it, and that's why I said it's gonna haunt me because I needed to come down with that one.
But don't you think that Kevin's right based on the fact that the way that they have put things in for you and used you all summer? Well, that's not going to be the last chance to get.
It's not.
Yeah, Lord willing, it won't be. But like I said, that's it just shows you Kellen Moore's creativity. That's something that that we talked about, before I signed back here, how they wanted to use me.
I do want to tell you, though, that this is one of the advantages I haven't been around a little while. In Emmitt Smith's rookie year, they played a game in Cleveland, and they sent Emmitt caught 1 million balls in his career, but they were all checkdowns, and everybody was looking for Irvin and Harper down the field and Novacek, and so everything was cleared out. Aikman would drop it to Emmitt, and he'd run for 25 yards. Now, in Cleveland, his rookie year, they sent him out on a wheel route down the right side, and the ball was not complete. I don't remember if he dropped it or it was high or whatever it was, but they never threw it again. So make sure that you tell Kellen, let's go back to that.
Do it again.
Do you think you should? I hate the word should. I find it very judgmental. When you look at that, do you say, no, I mean, I thought the guy got a little piece of the ball, didn't he? And maybe a little
Hit his
piece
helmet,
of you. Yeah.
But I feel like any ball that's thrown at me, I should catch. So, I'm putting that one on me.
All right.
So for you, as technically a fullback, I don't like calling you a fullback, just knowing your background.
Because of the North Texas love.
Well,
Why
yeah,
does
but there's that.
the fullback have that connotation?
I don't know, and I think it's unfair to fullbacks, but I still, like, what do you enjoy more? Okay, I formation, I'm going to lead block, and I'm going to hit the middle linebacker in the mouth, or would it be the 75-yard touchdown catch? Because you've experienced both of these things. What do you enjoy more?
I enjoy winning. I enjoy
right.
scoring. So, you can win and score doing both.
And Tony, the more the season goes along, I just know in my bones we're going to see 75 different variations of Tony Pollard and all of the things that you can do. And one of the things that was on that tape that Kevin was talking about was your versatility. You can be used all over the field. Now, if you became aware of conversation that, the guy's a running back, but don't think of him as a running back. Think of him as a weapon. Think of him as a slot guy. Think of him as like a receiver. And did you hear that and say, "Yep, that's me, a Swiss Army knife," or did you say, "Hold the phone. I can run right up the middle there if you want me to"?
I would say a little bit of both, because I can do either or. Like if they wanted me to play receive, I feel like I could do that just as good. And if they just wanted me to do running back, I could do that. If they just wanted me to do special teams, I can do that. So, just being able to do everything and a lot of different things makes it all easier.
So this can be a question for either of you. An urban legend, I was in California at the time, as you guys were too, but urban legend was that a couple days before camp started, Zeke had you guys over to watch some tape. Is that true? How big of a meeting was that? And what was that like?
It wasn't a couple days. It was like doing OTAs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was really just me and Mike Weber, just the young guys, just going over, watching film, just learning things, because, we were new to the system, so just trying to get us accustomed to things and slow it down for us.
What were some of the tips that he gave you?
Just things to look for, like when you're in pass protection, and how to be alert for blitzes and what to look for, and when the safety's off the hash, and if the corner's pressed, and be alert for a blitz, just all type of things like that.
Now, how long are we going to talk to these guys before we get into the barbecue question?
Oh, I've been waiting for that.
All right, jump in.
I've been waiting that. You guys did have the barbecue segment that we posted on DallasCowboys.com last week, and it all started because when you were drafted, Tony, the first thing that people found out about you was your family's barbecue restaurant in Memphis. And obviously, Texas does pride itself on the barbecue here. And I heard that you're very kind and you don't say anything bad about Texas barbecue. But Memphis barbecue, scale of 1 to 10.
I would say our barbecue.
Our barbecue, yeah, that's the
It's a
Pollard
10.
family barbecue. It's a 10? Why?
It's good.
What's the difference?
Difference. I just know Memphis, we don't really do brisket as much as other areas. We don't really just do brisket that much. But
What's your specialty?
I like the ribs.
Now, have you brought? Oh no, Jamize is nodding. So have you had the Pollard ribs?
I haven't. I need to try
what?
that.
Those you just like ribs in general.
Yeah, rib.
Yeah.
That's my barbecue.
You need to hook it up.
I know, but it's going to be hard.
Why?
How?
If the food is already cooked, you can't, shipping the food and it's cold. And if it's not cooked, who cooking the food?
Feels like an off-season road trip type thing.
Tony, there are people.
I'm saying,
yeah.
but
There are people who will cook the food.
it's got to be our people.
I feel like
So, surely there must be a plan in the works, and if not, I'm suggesting one, that you get some of your people to bring some of the Pollard family barbecue, at least for the fellas.
Yeah,
Just at least for the room, right?
I asked him to barbecue.
do you
And-
have the skills?
no.
You don't? So you're this athlete on the field, and then off the field, is your girlfriend cooking? Or you?
She can cook a little bit, but
She's laughing.
I mean, if we're talking about barbecue, that's different. But like just food, yeah, she can do that.
Let me just say to you, as an older fellow than you, when you say my girlfriend can whatever it is a little bit, don't ever say a little bit. Say she is the best ever. I don't like to have her do that because it's just such hard work, and I don't like seeing her do that. Don't ever say
Gotcha.
she can do it a little bit, but
No.
because then you'll find out what other things she can do just a little bit.
So is it mom or dad? Brad. Mom or dad?
I don't know what
that's
you're
the
thinking.
real-
I mean, cleaning.
That,
Dad. He's the rib master.
yeah.
Did you work there a lot as a kid? Did you have to work there?
I did. I used to work in the back, flipping burgers, smoked sausage, hot dogs, just little simple things like that.
Yeah.
That's there's two things that really get people fired up in Texas, and it's
Barbecue
if
and
anyone,
football.
it's barbecue, and if people talk about the Cowboys.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Did you bring Texas barbecue when you went to Oakland, Jamize? Like, did you tell them, like, hey, you guys, you don't know what you're doing here in Northern California?
I mean, yeah, we're not known for our barbecue.
You,
So,
you don't think Texas is known for their barbecue?
No, he's a Californian. He's a
Yeah.
Californian who came here for a couple of years.
I was saying from the Dallas Cowboys
Yeah.
to the Raiders,
Yes.
did he bring that with him? The knowledge of Texas barbecue.
I did not. No, I did not bring that with me.
Oh yeah, I know he's from California. I got a little
Yeah,
question
okay.
from Gary Brown.
All right, well, hold
later
on to that
that
because we're going to take a break and we're going to come back. We are just starting. See how much Tony Pollard has learned already this evening. This is an educational program. We're here to help you.
We're
are
here.
here to help you. Tony Pollard and Jamize Olawale are our guests this evening on the Cowboys Hour.
Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, supported by Albertsons and broadcasting live from the Omni Frisco at the Star.
We are back, and we are presented by Jack Black. Want to use what the pros use? Jack Black is the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys. Get your Jack Black starter, 4 JB Faves, plus a full-size lip balm for just $10 with free shipping at getjackblack.com. Use code TEAMJB. And Albertsons, thank you when it comes time to shop for tailgate favorites. Go to Albertsons and Tom Thumb. Get 10% off your groceries every Dallas Cowboys game day when you wear your Cowboys jersey. Albertsons and Tom Thumb, the official supermarket and pharmacy of the Dallas Cowboys.
And we're back
We are
on the
back.
Cowboys Hour, the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, presented by Albertsons. Thank you again to all of you who have come out this evening to meet Tony Pollard and Jamize Olawale, along with Kevin Turner and Taylor Stern. I'm Brad Sham. Thank you to the Cloud for sitting right in front of the sun.
Nice.
Just
That is nice.
Just a few. That's right. Applaud that cloud. Absolutely. And then in a minute, that sun's going to dip behind the building, and we're all going to be thoroughly happy.
All right.
Go ahead, Taylor.
Well,
you got the segment here.
You know,
Yeah.
Brad was talking about us going into the locker room a little bit earlier today, and when we went in, I got a couple questions for these guys from some familiar faces, and the first ones I have from you are from your coach, Coach Gary Brown. So who wants to hear their question first? Either or? Not scared? Oh, Tony's ready for his. All right, you guys. When I asked Coach Brown, do you have a question for Tony Pollard tonight? And he started laughing immediately. He goes, yeah, I do. He goes, ask him about when we watched his 8th grade highlights.
Okay.
Why were you so slow? And I said, what are you talking about, his 8th grade highlights? He said, yeah, he made us all watch his 8th grade highlights. And he, and I'm curious now, because what is it about these 8th grade highlights?
First of all, I didn't make him watch the highlights.
Okay.
He
okay.
pulled up the highlights on his own.
I believe that,
On his
actually.
free time.
I believe that,
On his
actually.
free time.
And secondly, I was a late growth spurt, so it took a little time for the speed to kick in, but you could tell it was still there.
Yeah.
Are they on YouTube?
Yeah, where can
It
we
is.
find this?
You're okay.
Uh-oh.
So they're just out there on YouTube. But you want to make it clear, you did not make him.
Yeah, he chose to do that.
Do you watch any other highlights of yourself? College? Little League?
I mean, college highlights, I watch
You
some.
watch them still to this day?
Every once in a while, not often, though.
I'd be
No.
watching my highlights every day because I never experienced greatness at sports. So that's why it'd be
It
fun
would
to
just be
watch.
consistent. All right, Jamize, you're on the hot seat next. And, you know, Brad did bring up that you are from California. Now, Gary Brown's question seems more like an inside joke. So you might have to explain it and elaborate more on it. He said, how was it being recruited to go from San Francisco to Los Angeles, and how much did they pay you to go to Long Beach Poly? Can you explain what this question means and then the answer to it?
Yeah, the high school I went to was, is the best in the nation. We put out the most NFL players, more than any other high school.
What high school?
Long Beach Poly.
Okay.
So we have the most, out of any other high school. So, I'm from San Francisco, but I moved down to L.A. when my junior year. So he thinks it's because I got recruited.
Who are some of the guys in the league that you went to high school with?
Deshaun Jackson.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Jarrell Casey for
Yeah.
For the Titans?
yeah.
Wow.
So there's a couple others. Juju Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just on this show last week with Malik Collins and Antoine Woods, and Jarrell Casey gave Antoine Woods his USC visit. So have you guys talked about that?
No,
That connection?
I know he went to SC, and Antoine's from LA, so we haven't gotten into detail about his visit though.
All right. Well, the next guy that had some questions for you was offensive lineman Xavier Suafilo. He's a really nice guy, and if you ever go into the Cowboys locker room, Brad knows this. He's always available to talk. He's a nice guy. So his
Good guy.
questions are not hard. So first one for you, Jamize. He said, what is the origin of your last name? And he asked that because, of course, he's a proud Samoan. And he said he knows everything about his last name. He was curious if you knew that about yours.
I know it's Nigerian. My dad's from Nigeria,
Okay.
and that's really all I know.
Does it have a meaning?
I'm sure it does.
Most Nigerian names have mean
Yeah,
like
yeah, I'm sure it has a meaning.
fierce warrior or
And I'm sure my dad's probably told me. I I just can't remember.
Didn't really care.
You
Okay,
and
thank you.
Cheeto are Nigerian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
proud Nigerians.
Have you talked about it a lot?
Yeah. I met his dad. I met Cheeto's dad during training camp. We talked about, potentially going back to Nigeria. I've never been, but going to Nigeria, and maybe doing something for the kids over there. So
That would be awesome. All right, Tony, the question he had for
know what
you
your name
was about your.
No, wait, hold on. Share with the rest of the class. What did you just say to Jamize?
I'm just trying to see how you don't know what your name means.
what does Pollard mean?
It's not Nigerian.
That's not Nigerian.
That's your name, though.
That's different.
It's your name, ain't it?
But that's completely different. That's
Where
like
does-
how you ask me about barbecue, how I don't know how to cook. But my dad is a chef.
Because you bragging about it all the time.
I don't.
Oh! I like to see it. I like to see it. Tony, the question he had for you was about your favorite hip-hop artist. He said he has talked to you about Memphis rappers and how there's so much talent in such a small city. Who is your favorite Memphis rapper? Do you have one?
I really don't, because I listen to everybody that's from Memphis, just to support. And,
Who are some of the artists from there?
you got Young Dolph, you got Yo Gotti, you got Moneybag Yo, you got Block Boy JB, Fast Cash. It's a couple of them.
KT, that's basically your
Those are my guys.
playlist, right?
No, I've sent me some stuff, and I'll go listen to it. I will listen to any type of music. I will give it the due diligence. I mean, you name it, I'll go listen to it.
Do you make requests for the Cowboys practice playlist, KT?
Oh, I would love to have that. Yes.
That would be good
Can you get
access.
that for me? I would love to have that. That'd be great.
I can work on that.
Absolutely. Let's
Eric's
go.
always requesting the Bruce Springsteen, huh? That's kind of his
Yeah.
go-to jams. Have you given him some knowledge of these Memphis rappers?
Not really. I haven't.
No? What are some of your first conversations you had with Coach Garrett?
I remember when I came on my visit, we went upstairs like above the indoor, and we met. I met with Jerry Jones. I met with all the Joneses, and then I sat down with Garrett Jones, and we talked just about just my upbringing and how I got here and what I had to do to get here. And the whole time he was just writing notes. Like when we got done, it was like a whole page of notes. So
He's diligent.
Wow.
Huh,
And,
Brad?
and he's still got them, trust me.
Yeah.
And they're filed, organized, and he could access them at the blink of an eye. What other sports did both of you play? How did you wind up in football? Jamize, what great natural athlete like yourself, you must have had your choice.
Yeah, basketball was my favorite sport up until I would say probably like my sophomore year of high school.
What happened then?
I just just took more to football. So yeah.
it was
Basketball.
just football and track for me.
That's
Track.
it?
And then that was an easy decision because track practice.
And where you at?
Yeah,
What-
I knew I couldn't see myself doing that.
What's
Well,
worse, Memphis Heat or Texas Heat?
Texas Heat?
Oh, okay. That was an easy one right
Yeah.
there.
What were your events?
I did the 4x1, I did the 4x2, and I did the 110 and the 300 hurdles.
Wow.
Yeah, no wonder you didn't like it. That's all running.
Yeah,
Who's,
fast running.
who is the guy in the locker room that kind of just keeps everything loose no matter what? I mean, if you have a couple guys, feel free to expand on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a few guys.
Zeke.
Yeah, Zeke. Yeah, Zeke for sure. Yeah, he gonna keep Zeke.
Tavon, maybe?
Tavon,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Tavon. Yeah, I mean, it's a few. Wit, he keeps things loose, especially in the huddle.
Yeah.
yeah.
Gotta know.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what was said in the victory formation?
Yeah.
They're
I'm not gonna repeat it, though.
they're not allowed to
I'm
say.
not gonna repeat it.
I wouldn't ask him to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ask him to. I'm happy to hear that it was a team thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So it's a little ironic, or maybe it's not ironic, Jamize, that it seems like, so you had your college career, you went to El Camino College in California, and then transferred to North Texas, and then you've always been in Oakland or Dallas. Is that by design, or, I mean, you're just a Texas, California guy no matter what, just the big states?
Yeah, I'm sure it's God's design.
Yeah. That's incredible. It feels like, oh, if you could choose two teams, like, hey, there's two teams from the states I've been in the most.
Yeah, I grew up watching both.
Are North Texas and Memphis ever going to play against each other in college? You know, we see that a lot.
I don't think they want that. No.
I don't think-
Oh, okay.
They're gonna
North
stay in
Texas.
Tennessee.
You guys both keep up, right? I've checked your timelines and things.
He don't even mean that. So.
Oh, what does he mean, though?
He don't know.
He doesn't know? North Texas had a good win last year against an SEC team.
Yeah.
A good win. A good win. One good win.
Are you going to go to any games? Can you go to any games?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit a game. I'm gonna try to hit the game during the bye week if I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got people who can hook that up for you.
Ooh.
So we can arrange that easily.
All right.
You got the plug.
We need some more UNT love out here, especially after SMU got us this Saturday.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bring that up, but
They got us pretty good,
but
Brad.
since you did, I'm going to change the subject because I don't want you or Jamize to have your feelings hurt by that game. So we'll take a break. When we come back, your questions for Tony Pollard and Jamize Olawale. This is the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour at the Omni Frisco. We're supported by Albertsons. We have an invitation for you to come join the official Dallas Cowboys watch party presented by AT&T right here at the Star in Frisco on
right.
September 15th. Watch the game, enjoy family-friendly activities. It's a road game, you see. Get autographs by Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and Dallas Cowboys alumni, a live DJ, and more. Admission and parking will be free, so visit thestarinfrisco.com for more information. We're brought to you in part by Omni. Next time you travel for an away game, here's how to make the most of it. Stay with Omni Hotels and Resorts. They have 60 premier locations coast to coast with things like world-class spas, championship golf, and great dining. Visit OmniHotels.com to learn more. Omni Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel of the Dallas Cowboys. And by Lucchese Bootmaker, now open at the Star in Frisco. Shop from a variety of world-class handmade cowboy boots, as well as all-new signature apparel and accessories. Visit their brand-new store today and experience the tradition that is.
Lucchese Bootmaker.
We'll be back with Jamize Olawale and Tony Pollard right after this.
Back to the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, supported by Albertsons and broadcasting live from the Omni Frisco at the Star.
And a very special thank you to Papa John's. And when the Cowboys win, you get 50% off.
Wow, a lot of free, a lot of half-off pieces
Yeah,
there.
that's
yesterday.
right.
Applaud that.
50% off regular menu price pizzas the next day at papajohns.com with the promo code CowboysWin. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, not valid with any other discounts, prices, participation, delivery area, and charges may vary. Also brought to you by Albertsons. When it comes time to shop for tailgate favorites, go to Albertsons and Tom Thumb. Get 10% off your groceries every Dallas Cowboys game day when you wear your Cowboys jersey. Albertsons and Tom Thumb, the official supermarket and pharmacy of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Kevin Turner. Tony Pollard and Jamize Olawale, our guests this evening. Have we got a commitment from Tony when he's bringing the Memphis barbecue from Pollard's with the?
I don't know when, but I know it'll happen.
Okay.
In the future, it'll happen.
Because Jamize is now
Yeah.
counting on that. And now with that, Taylor was talking before about a video that was up of all of you guys.
It was, yes. They
And-
went to Tender Barbecue.
Right, and when was that?
That was like doing a mini camp or something like that.
I thought it was back there a ways.
It was a while back, and I'll be honest here because we're all friends. We kind of had to figure out when we were going to post this content. That's some insider knowledge due to the fact that your teammate Ezekiel Elliott did hold out for the entire training camp, and we wanted it to be, relevant content to guys that were on the team.
Well, okay.
He was on the team. He
Yeah,
was
that's-
did not report.
That's above my pay grade. We'll just stay out of that. Steven's got the mic. If you've got a question for Tony or Jamize, hold your hand up. Steven will come find you. Go ahead, Steven.
Yeah, I got our first question of the day here.
Jamize, since you've been with the team a lot longer, both y'all, who do you think would be considered the team class clown?
Ooh, that's a good question. I like that
That's
question.
pretty easy. It's Joe Looney.
All right.
Yeah.
Real easy.
Tony, you agree?
Yeah, I do. I agree.
Do you have like a vice class clown? Like a second
Zeke.
Zeke?
Now, what does Joe do to earn the title of class clown?
What doesn't?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he does impressions, everything.
He keeps the mood light,
Yeah,
right?
he really does.
He does seem to be loose. That's a great question. I love that one. Steven?
Got a very special guest here with the second question of the night.
Tony, now
He's not that special. Really.
It's Brad's brother.
My brother.
only in our mother's eye am I special. I've been in Texas for 50 years, but I spent a month in Memphis, and I love Memphis barbecue. The Rendezvous is one of my favorite flavors in all of barbecue hood. How does Tony Pollard's barbecue relate to the Rendezvous?
I mean, I always feel like our food is the best just because of me. I may be a little biased, but it's a couple different barbecue places in Memphis that I do like. But yeah, I always feel like we're the best. So.
Well, do you feel free to say which other ones besides obviously Pollard's is the best? Is that the name of it? Pollard's?
Yeah, yes, sir. Pollard's barbecue. I like Tops barbecue. I like Central's. That's really about it.
What do you think of the Tender Barbecue when you guys went to
It
do
was
this
pretty
video
good.
shoot? It was good?
Yeah.
It was pretty good?
Tender's interesting because Torrey Hunter is the owner of it, and you'll go in and his son will be in there working too. That's why I asked you that question earlier. 'Cause his son's like, he's still making this kid work, and Torrey Hunter's got millions of dollars, like he's set for life.
Has
He's
nothing
fine.
to do with his kid working.
It has nothing to do with it.
Just
Joe.
work
That's
out.
right. That's pretty awesome. Is it more a question of like a sauce? Because there's some people will have this opinion, like when it comes to, like, let's say steak in Texas. If you eat a steak with sauce, no, you can't do that. You just got to eat the steak as it is. Do you like a lot of barbecue sauce or no barbecue sauce? It's very important.
I like a little bit, but not a lot. Like, I don't like for my food to be drowned in sauce.
All right.
So.
Jamize?
Yeah, I feel like a good barbecue, you don't need sauce, but the sauce definitely adds to it.
What is your favorite food, Jamize?
Ribs. That's why.
Ribs is number one, of all time.
We
Yeah.
gotta fix
Oh, yeah,
this.
sure.
He needs to have some Pollards.
It has to be cooked on a charcoal grill, though.
So, as a California guy, can I ask you this? Because I didn't spend a whole month out there. I was only out in California for 2 weeks at training camp. But after 2 weeks, I was just sick of seafood. It feels like everywhere you go, all they have is fish. Is it? Or are you a seafood guy?
Yeah, I like seafood. I'm not a seafood guy, but yeah. I enjoy it.
Okay. All right.
Stephen?
From food to music, our next
Oh,
question.
I like this.
Yeah, gentlemen, you guys had your highlight videos to watch, as like you were saying earlier. Poor KT has nothing, but he's a huge karaoke
Wow,
fan.
that
So if
is-
you guys have a great karaoke song you like, maybe you could share it with him, and he could sing it for everybody and have something to watch later in life.
All right. You guys ever done karaoke?
No.
See, I see you guys as straightforward businessmen. I feel like you'll leave the karaoke to the Joe Looneys of the world.
Yeah. that's
Joe
not
Looney
mine.
will tell you about how he loves karaoke.
Joe loves karaoke?
His go-to is Mr. Brightside by the Killers. Yeah. There's a fun fact about Joe Looney, the class clown.
How about that?
On Tony Pollard and Jamize Olawale night.
They may not do karaoke, but I heard that you're a Game of Thrones fan,
Ooh.
Tony. So what are you doing in the absence of Game of Thrones?
I really haven't been watching TV that much.
You busy?
Little time for that, right?
But no, Power just came back on, so
That's a good show.
I'm getting back into Power. Yeah, I really haven't been watching TV like that though.
Maybe some road games that you have upcoming you'll have to watch on the plane. Jamize, what shows do you like? Do you watch a lot of Paw Patrol? I see your 3 kids out here.
Yeah. a lot of Ninjago, the Lego Ninja stuff. But yeah, I really don't have a show at the moment, honestly. Yeah, nothing right now.
Yeah.
Those people are your show.
Yeah, exactly. They keep me busy.
I understand that.
When I was asking everyone about you in the locker room, because it is hard to find different things about you. You have a private Instagram. You're a pretty private guy. Most people said that about you. But everyone said that you were a very family-oriented man, and I think that's a high compliment. And, you're talking about, yes, his kids are his priority. How does that help to give your perspective during a season as a father?
Coming home from work every day, being greeted by my wife and my kids, it's a blessing every day. So, I don't take it for granted. It definitely helps me calm down after being so high, throughout the day.
That's true.
What is your favorite part of the work week? Because I think what people think is, these guys are NFL players. What a glamorous lifestyle. I think they don't realize just a lot of classroom time in the practice. What is your favorite part of the work week? And you're not allowed to say Tuesday, which is your day off.
You talking about at the facilities or?
At the facilities, yes.
Favorite part? I would say probably Friday.
Friday?
Yeah.
Because that's walkthrough, kind of just gearing up.
We call it Fast Friday, in and
Yeah.
out, but we were wrapping up the week. We got the game plan down. We know everything about our opponent. We're just ready to go. So, it's a fast day.
And your least favorite part of the week?
I don't really have a least favorite. Yeah, I don't.
Which day, Tony, did you say?
We're catching your little side comment.
We're
I assume
paying attention
Wednesdays-
now. We're hanging on every word here.
I know. I assume the intensity of Wednesday is way up there.
I mean, Wednesday is just our work day, so
That's a grind day.
Yeah.
It's a grind day, but it is exciting after win. I know you guys are all focused on the Redskins, and Jamize, you have the advantage here because you've seen the Redskins. How excited are you to see another division rival that you'll see twice in your rookie season?
I mean, I'm excited for any game that we play. So I feel like I had the same excitement.
Has anyone told you about FedEx Field at all, or gave you some warnings about it?
No, not yet.
Well, be excited because Cowboys fans, just like you're seeing out here, the lovely crowd we have, they will travel. Brad's probably seen some wonderful crowds up there, but FedEx Field is a nice one in particular because they all go to Washington and it gets a little heated. I'd say Philly might be better than that, but
Well, we'll save that for later. But
Philly week.
Yeah, Philly's nasty. So.
Philly's nasty.
What did you guys think of? I'm kind of gauging the ages here. What did you guys think of Adrian Peterson growing up? Because you're likely going to get a taste of him here in week 2.
Yeah, man. I watched all his highlights, followed him pretty closely. So.
Tony?
Man, I feel like he's the best running back, like, in this era. Like, back when he was in his prime, like, he was hands down the best running back.
Did you have a
That's one now.
favorite player, a guy that you really liked to watch as a kid?
As
high
a kid,
school
I like watching Reggie Bush.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And how
California guy?
about you?
Barry Sanders and Michael Vick.
Yeah.
And there's the age difference,
Unstoppable.
ladies and gentlemen, right there. There is the age difference. All right, well, we are out of time. Let me again say thank you very much to all of you who came out to be here to be part of this show tonight. We do it for you, and we really appreciate your being here. Thank you to Jamize Olawale and to Tony Pollard. Love watching you work, and we're just getting started. Thank you to Taylor Stern and to Kevin Turner. I'm Brad Sham, and we will be here again next week at this very same time on the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour at the Omni Frisco.